Elaborate contingency plans have been recommended by National Disaster Management Authority. Advisories have been issued to all affected states which are expected to face the brunt of Cyclone Yas. I have with me Kamal Kishore, is a member of NDMA. First question, of course, is that what is the specific nature of the advisory you have issued to the president?
See, we have a lot of experience on issuing advisories in cyclone-prone areas. Our advisory is targeted, especially for what is it that fishermen need to do, what is it that people who are involved in agriculture need to do in urban areas, in rural areas, what to do before the cyclone approaches, when the landfall activity is happening, and after the cyclone. So on all of that, there is guidance provided to states, districts, and local level people. NDMA has generated a large amount of audiovisual material which is available in Hindi, English. It is translated in local languages, and we are reaching out to everyone who may be exposed to cyclones to take all the necessary actions to minimize losses. Actually, our target is to have zero death from cyclones like every time.
One concern also is with regard to the functioning of the hospitals, the COVID healthcare centers that have been set up in these coastal states which have also been affected from corona. What is the advisory protocol you have issued to the hospitals to ensure that power supply is not interrupted, oxygen supply is not affected?
That's indeed a major area of concern, and one thing that we've been working on is to advising hospitals and the health system as a whole to prepare all contingency plans. First of all, minimize disruption of power from the larger system. But if power disruption happens, there should be on-site power backup arrangements, generators with enough fuel to tide over any disruption that might happen. There is the added issue of oxygen supply. There are some oxygen plants. There are oxygen supply lines in the way of the cyclone. So any disruption in that has to have a backup. So if there's disruption, we have to have an alternate source of oxygen. So all of that has been worked out in collaboration with states and central government agencies. So I believe that we are quite well prepared to deal with the onset of this cyclone.